Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy?
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Montgomery on the return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Stafford here. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there.
Ty Montgomery.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
On second down, here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 42. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 83 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
He was brought down at the 20.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out comes Washington here offensively, and their man under center, Dwayne Haskins, the number 15 pick out of Ohio State in 2019.
Yeah, for Dwayne Haskins, a little bit of an uneven season for the former first-round pick. 7 starts as a rookie. Team went 2-5.
This is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Preston Williams, 79 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brought him down. Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
Third and long. It's Stafford. He cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Fielded at the 43. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their... Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Albert Okuebuna with touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And Washington has taken the lead. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
10-10.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was third and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
So here is Washington now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. A throw left side to start the drive is complete, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebuna was the target there, but it'll be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Haskins. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. 12. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Haskins. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Washington 14, Lions 7.
Throwing on second and 8. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first and 10, Stafford. Jones has it. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Marvin Jones.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford gets it quickly to Galladay. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Montgomery. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they sit out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over first and 10.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive.
And got his man complete. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
To
Terry McLaurin. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Washington 21.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Stafford on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Stafford to his second-year tight end Hockenson for a Lion first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to Washington's 24-yard line. It's 8. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. His throw here is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. But now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Next is Washington 21.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish. But when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Washington.
Haskins' pass complete.
Steven Sims Jr. with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes this Washington 28.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. He'll have a first down past the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And I'm told it's an even 30 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to run there.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a first down throw. Stafford caught by Montgomery. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
It's now second and 10.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Haskins. He's going to try and go deep again. And this will be caught at the 30.
Haskins pass.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Washington 35.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that's going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
It's now second and 10.
Throwing again. Haskins. This is caught by Williams. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Preston Williams. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this carries into the end zone. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And inches at the 35-yard line.
On second down, it's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
Brings up second and
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
On Johnson.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
To throw on third down, Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I...
It's caught inside the 25. And it is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And his kick is good.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw again. Stafford going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And he's got it across the midfield, striping into Washington territory.
Carry on Johnson.
Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford will get this one to Galladay. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Montgomery. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first. He's got him in, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Preston Williams, 75 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Throwing again. Stafford. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. And pressure gets to him again. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
6-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Oh, and he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and it's Washington that scoops it up, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing...
And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
Touchdown,
You
Washington.
get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out again.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but... found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Lions 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st down, Stafford here. Got a man, that's Allison. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Geronimo Allison, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And Not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Complete to
Preston Williams, 69 yards. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Chase Young. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll find Williams on the slant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Preston Williams there to make the grab. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Complete to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Matthew Stafford sacks. Fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This is caught inside the 15. That one good for 37 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. The quick slant caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Preston Williams there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trip, and the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open here is Allison. That's complete. He's at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
1st and 10.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down again.
Matthew Stafford.
Chase Young in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Stafford's pass intended for Kenny Golladay.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he missed it. It's no good.
It's no good.
And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Open man here, Sims complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15.
Pass. Complete.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
18, Preston Williams.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Quick slant as the throw is complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That'll be caught out right by Allison. Past the 20. It is across for a touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
From the gun, it's Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Haskins going to try to throw it and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. We're riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Out is the kickoff unit. They run up and send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Montez Sweat. Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll return.